Alright, ladies and germs, Super Saiyan 4 Goku by Demoniacal Fit has gone up for pre-order on 5ktoys.com, and they tell us sorry for the long wait. The Demoniacal Fit Wild Force, as they're calling it here, on the Instagram post they call it Untamed Power, whatever, it's finally here. And it says in addition to the height increase, and that's for the, the gentleman that was unsure if they was going to actually keep the height increase, they are. Of course, you get the base and chest holding arm replacement parts, meaning the cross arms that have arrived as promised. There's also a surprise GT Goku replacement head sculpt kit, meaning Super Saiyan Goku for Super Saiyan head sculpt for the Kid Goku, as well as a assortment of faceplates. And it says just to live up to our expectations, the Time Ranger version will also be available soon. How soon? I don't know. We just got the word on this, but if you're wondering how much it costs on 5ktoys.com, I'll have like a screen recording or screenshot somewhere on the screen at this point in time, but $45. So if you're interested, definitely cop it. I think a lot of people want it and was interested in that height increase. And also, if you didn't get the Tamashii release, the Tamashii release has actually gone up in price. Like, I went on Amazon the other day and it was over $100, and we know that was a general release. So next, also in addition to the Demoniacal Fit Untamed Power going up for pre-order, which also, by the way, I meant to say before we get into this, what's on the screen, they saying quarter 3. Quarter 3 ends at the end of this month. September is the last of quarter 3. Then we end quarter 4 with October, November, December. So, it's very possible, since the figure looks pretty much done, that it will be out that soon. But I'm thinking chances are, like, it's ready now, but it'll be released sometime in October. It looks, because the figure looks done. And it's not a whole bunch of new sculpt work that they have to do at all anyways. Now with this right here, the Demoniacal Fit Ultimate Atrocious, if you weren't able to get your hands on the Time Breaker Goku Black from Beast Deity, here's your next best option for sure. Or if you just straight up don't like the Beast Deities version, here's another option. And it's coming in at a very reasonable price point. And on top of that, like, it's in stock now. You don't gotta worry about a pre-order. It's here. So, next, Beast Dog. 5K Toys is telling us that the Beast Deities Vegeta Wave, aka the Jade Rabbit, is coming soon. And once again, the figure looks pretty much complete. Just gotta put the decals on and whatnot. And I'm assuming this is gonna be released by the end of the year. Maybe November if we're being generous. I think for us overseas, maybe December. So if it comes out like October overseas, we'll probably get it sometime middle towards the end of November. If it comes out in November, I can see it being middle or end of December, maybe even January. But next, staying with Beast Deities, we have the Beast Deities Broly. It's some test shots, and in the caption of this particular post from 5K Toys, they're telling us that this figure will be ready and we'll be having it, or it'll be shipping by Chinese New Year, which is CNY, which is what, January 29th, if I'm not mistaken. I literally just looked it up and I forgot it already, but I'll have like a little screenshot if I'm wrong. That being said, on to the next thing. Now we move to the Hobby Model Store Instagram, and in this particular post, they're showing off a soft goods jacket for Trunks, particularly the TONSEN ARTTOYS Trunks. And I have to say, it looks really good. Now they saying, is it a good idea? They didn't even give us a studio or anything, but I think I showed it to you guys because it looks pretty cool. And if anything, y'all can ask yourselves, or go to the comments of this particular post on the Hobby Model Store Instagram. But that being said, next, Black Hole Sun, won't you come? Staying on Hobby Model Store's page, but moving to a different company, they're saying Goku AW by Black Hole Toys. I'm assuming AW is short for Awakening. But, these companies are getting a lot of mileage out of that Left My Hair sculpt. Will this be the final thing? Like, final hair color? No, I'm doubtful. I think that's probably just the resin that they use for this particular thing. But let's move forward. So out of nowhere, Black Hole Toys also announced this, or shown off, renders have come out of this Ultra Instinct Goku hair sculpt, and I think it looks great. But it's really out of nowhere. Now, the timing of this reveal could be because of the TK torso that should be in transit at this point in time. But maybe it's because of that, and they could, market it as, oh, you could put this on the TK body and it's gonna look great. But here's some in-hand or physical printouts of the head sculpts, and as you can see, Jiren also is getting a little love here, which once again, the Jiren stuff is out of nowhere as well. Here we have some more face, or rather renders of the Jiren. One spitting up blood, one him smirking. I feel like the smirking face is a bit too elongated. Same with the coughing up blood face, but maybe not. The other two, the yelling and the gritting teeth, not so much. I think they work, but I feel like the other faces are a bit elongated. Here we have an in-hand printout of the Air Studios Ultimate Gohan, and it looks great. I think this will end up being my definitive Ultimate Gohan head sculpt until maybe something better comes along. And of course, it'll be nice to compare and contrast with all the other different Gohan head sculpts. And as somebody that's been reporting these different newses or updates to y'all, it is kind of getting redundant. Like, every so often somebody comments in the comment section like, damn, we keep on getting the same accessories for the same characters over and over. To a certain extent, I agree. I understand why it's done, because it's safe. Definitely safe, and they wouldn't keep on doing it if it wasn't selling. So there's that. But moving right along with Air, we have a Super Saiyan God long-haired Trunks. Now, typically I'd be thrilled for this, but I don't think they did the hair sculpt correctly, and I can be a bit of a stickler for this. Now, you could agree or disagree, but the hair sculpt is not just this. It's not just red hair. Like, it has a little bit, he got the little curls at the end, or his hair is more curled up. But it doesn't look bad at all, because to begin with, it was a nice head sculpt. But if you're interested, I can see people being like, I'm cool on the Super Saiyan God Trunks. I just want my classic, purple hair Trunks and my classic Super Saiyan hair, which is fine enough. This hair sculpt right here for Super Saiyan Goku. Now, once again, I know it's more Goku stuff, but this seems to be from Air Studio. We don't really know. I'm unsure at this point in time. If in a future video it turns out not to be, I'll just correct it then. But for now, I'll just put it under the Air Studio section. But this looks phenomenal. Now, one thing I will say is that this is just a test shot. And once again, go follow Steve_Chin on Instagram. I'll give him some love. And then also, just in case you don't want to have to wait for me to do a roundup, you'll see the stuff for yourself. But this looks really good. This is just a test shot. No word on a pre-order just yet. But I'm sure, knowing Air Studio, they'll waste no time in putting up a pre-order when it's time. Now, with that being said, this has been BombasticPlastic. Stay fantastic and have a blessed day. Also, check out my review. Well, whatever review I put out today. Probably be the Red Eyes review. Overtime! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT! At long last, we have an overtime, and this feels like eons. Eons! So real quick, what has resurfaced here is the ARTTOYS Bardock head sculpts all of a sudden. And we on my good man Bercy G's page, but the reason why I say all of a sudden is because, like, it seemed like the main focus was, Kid Buu and of course the Trunks figures for the time being. And of course we see that RE Customs or Re-Customs, their head sculpts came out of nowhere. And these resurfacing around the same time, maybe it's to, we see that RE Customs is pushing their stuff, so, let's push our stuff. We don't want to be, left out of the race and the competition and whatnot. But I think the main thing here is that if there's another third party that does something Bardock related, as my good man Cyrus said, then I'm going to really think that something is up in terms of official releasing a Bardock figure. Now, what could that be? The only thing that could come to mind, because releasing the regular version doesn't need to be re-released. It's still in stock on Big Bad Toy Store for $55. Like, the price hasn't gone up or anything like that, so it doesn't need another re-release. The only thing I could think of is perhaps some type of battle damage Sparta, which could work. That could work. But yeah, this is all very interesting. I'll be keeping an eye out for more Bardock, third-party stuff. And also, if you're wondering why, if you're new here and you're wondering why a bunch of third-party doing something relates to official, because we've seen in the past, look no further than like the Vegito stuff. It was a whole bunch of Vegito support, Vegito head sculpts by TK, OC Toys, HM, YR Studio. All of them decided to do Vegito stuff all of a sudden. Now, of course, you could say it was in preparation for the Beast Deity stuff, but a lot of it came out after the fact, and some of it still isn't released. So then we find out that the NYCC exclusive is Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, and it's like, interesting. But either way, and then also, back in the past, Demoniacal Fit announced their adult GT Goku, and I was like, who asked for this? And then like a couple months later, 2 or 3 months later, we get Kid GT Goku from official, and it's like, oh, y'all released that so they could go together. All right, cool. But let's move on to the next thing, because the next part is still sort of discussion-y. So, we on Steve's page again, and this right here, I showed y'all this before in terms of renders and whatnot, but this is the first time we're seeing the figure assembled in this particular way. Now, we don't know who made this, and as you can see, the scale is way off in terms of how it would compare to an SH Figure Arts or Beast Deities or whatever third party that's meant to fit in line with SH Figure Arts, right? But the thing is, two things. Scale it up properly to around the ballpark of Beast Deities. Some people say that Beast Deities Broly is too big. I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with the size, but I can see potentially why somebody might feel that way. Also, give it a toe hinge. This could be the Broly to kill all Brolys. It'll completely destroy that one that Beast Deities is putting out. But it's all a matter of if that even happens. Like, we don't even know what's going to happen with this. In fact, to this day, we still don't know the studio that made it, or if it's just a singular person. I would hope that a studio could contact the person that made this and get something popping off with this Broly, because that would be the, like I said, that would be the Broly to end all legendary Super Saiyan Brolys. There wouldn't be any competition until, I guess, Tamashii decided to put their version of Broly out. But who knows when that's going to be. And by that version of Broly, I mean like some type of updated legendary Super Saiyan Broly. Who knows how long that's going to be from now, right? I mean, it could be a year from now, it could be 2 years from now. I'm suspecting that, and I'm digressing a bit, but I'm suspecting that the suppressed Super Saiyan Broly will be out within the next year or two. That's my speculation. Nothing guaranteed. But all this being said, like I said, I hope third party gets a hold of this, or at least don't just get a hold of it. Contact the person, see if they're willing to sell y'all the renders and get it popping. In fact, if Demoniacal Fit was smart, they try to figure out who made this, get in contact with them, and instead of releasing that rinky-dink 1.0 Broly or 1.5 Broly, they get this mold and, slap Beast Deities into the dirt. If they were smart, but, Demoniacal Fit operates in the way that they do. All that being said, this has been Bombastic Plastic. As usual, I'm thankful for your time and attention. Stay fantastic. Have a blessed day.